Hi, Avadhan. Thank you for your question. So you were asking, would they look at service from startup or product or solution from startup in terms of innovation? A good question. Again, a product per se may or may not work, right? So it is usually a product plus the service. Our engagement together, RDEP and both my previous companies, it is of course at a product level, because if it is a service, they can work with a startup in itself. I would call it a small business, right? But usually it is not product per se. We have to ensure it is working with the enterprises systems, integration with that, and maybe some changes as required, and post the deployment as well, the entire maintenance, upgrade, so on and so forth. So it would be product plus the service. That's because ultimately it's a solution that they are looking at, and not a tech only, so to say. Pawan, any thoughts?
If I have to just add a few points, obviously, that's how it is. A product plus service is what works. But having said that, there is one other thing. What really happens, with corporates. I think they are completely enamored by one fact of a startup, the agility. And I think that's where a startup typically wins. And that's the big expectation from a corporate. They want things to happen like now, like, yesterday, day before. That's something which they can't really get around to do it. Things don't move as fast, obviously, because of the processes. But as a startup, I think, we bring in that advantage. And I think that's one of the innovation parameters as we see it from this side. As a startup, we think that's a big advantage we bring in, along with the product and the domain expertise, because we are not a great services team in that sense, because we do not have a huge team to kind of offer and say that, okay, I can do any kind of service for you, and here are my 100 people from the team who are readily available for you at any time. We can't do that, obviously, and that's why we are still a startup, and we are still an organization which is focusing more on the product innovation, on the ability to be agile. I think these are some of the points why corporates look at startups.